Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد اللهم صل على وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. Who can guess who we have come to discuss today? Yes, Lady Fidda alayha salam. Yes, Muslim ibn Aqil, Imam Hussein, Sayyidah Zahra, Layla, Sayyidah Fatima, Hazrat Qasim, Bibi Farwa, Abul Fadl Abbas. Abul Fadl Abbas, Layla, Farwa, they will all come on the later nights. Today we want to discuss Lady Fidda alayha salam, and at the same time we want to look at two companions who are in Karbala when Lady Fidda was in Karbala. But these companions were Habib ibn Mawahir and Joan. Joan. Yes. Jawn. Does anybody know the meaning of the word Fidda? What's the meaning of the word Fedha in Swahili? Money. What type of things can you use as money? What type of things? Silver. Literally, Fidda means silver. Okay? The scholars say that Lady Fidda got this name, Fidda, and she lived up to this name of Fidda. That she was really like silver. What are the qualities of silver? From the girl side, yes. It's pure. It shines. It's beautiful. It's hard. It's wearable. Can be fake. Very precious. Wonderful answers. So, it's pure. It's shiny. What does pure and shiny do to, what does it make silver do? When something is shiny, what does it do? Yes. It reflects. Perfect. If something is shiny, it reflects. What does it reflect? The sun's ray, light, right? Lady Fidda was like this. She was like silver. She was pure. She was shining. But what was she shining? She was shining the knowledge and the teachings of Sayyidah Fatima specifically, whose name is Zahra, which means Lady of Light. But the whole Ahlul Bayt as well, and the Quran. So she was shining and showing all of this. Somebody else said that Fidda, silver, is also strong. And strong in what sense? That it is not reactive. By itself, it does not react. If you put it in water, it doesn't start changing color. It doesn't start getting rusted. Somebody else said it's beautiful. You can wear it and it looks good. Lady Fidda was the same way. In that even when it was a hardship, she suffered the hardship, she did not change. She stayed in her true form. Right? Now, to show you a few of the stories of Lady Fidda. How many of you know that Lady Fidda was mentioned in the Quran? How many of you knew that Lady Fidda was mentioned in the Quran? 3 people. So the rest of us are going to learn. One day, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein were not feeling well. They had fallen sick. So Sayyidah Fatima salamullahi alayha comes to the Holy Prophet and tells her, yes, wonderful. Sayyidah Fatima salamullahi alayha comes to the Prophet and tells him that my sons Hassan and Hussein are sick. What can I do? Yes. Wonderful. The Prophet says, make a nadhr to Allah that if they get well, you will fast for 3 days. They decided to fast for 3 days. Who is this day that decided to fast? Who decided to fast? I want names. Give me one name. Imam Ali alayhi salam. Yes. Lady Fidda alayhi salam. Imam Hussein himself alayhi salam. Imam Hassan himself alayhi salam. Sayyidah Fatima salamullahi alayha. 6 people. Lady Fidda was part of this group. And they fasted and Allah loved this action so much. Yes. Yes. What action did He love? Just the fact that they fasted? On the first day, a beggar came and knocked on the door. I am hungry at iftar time. They gave all their food to the beggar. Yes? Second day, orphan came, knocked on the door. They gave all the food to the orphan. Third day, a prisoner who had been released came, knocked on the door. They gave all their food away. Allah loved this action of giving away all their food, and they didn't do it because they were not hungry. They were very hungry. They fasted 3 days in a row without food. Lady Fidda amongst them, God loved this action so much. He says, وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا وَيَتِيمًا وَأَسِيرًا. Wonderful. This ayah is not only talking about the Ahlul Bayt, it is talking about Lady Fidda as well. Lady Fidda lived with the Ahlul Bayt so much that she got intertwined with them. She was one with them. So you will notice she was a housemaid for Sayyidah Fatima, and Sayyidah Fatima used to split the housework. So when you come in front, you'll see there's the place where they used to work. Lady Fatima would work on one day, Lady Fidda would work on the other day. They would do half-half. So you'll see over here, there's the housework that she used to do. Part of Lady Fidda's memorabilia that we have is that she is one of the people who witnessed the calamities that befell Sayyidah Fatima salamullahi alayha. Sulaim narrates that I asked Salman, what happened? Why are they taken Imam Ali out of the house and I've taken him to Bay'ah? What happened? So Salman is narrating and telling Sulaim bin Qais that they came and they knocked on the door. No, they didn't knock on the door. A normal person would knock on the door. They came and they pushed the door. And they saw Sayyidah Fatima there, but they pushed the door and they set the door on fire. Sayyidah Fatima fell down. When she falls down, she doesn't say, oh Imam Hassan, come and help me. She doesn't say, oh Imam Hussein, come and help me. She doesn't say anybody's name except one name. She says, Ya Fiddatu Asnidini. Oh Fidda, come and be my support. Sayyidah Fatima, in the moment that is the most painful moment for her after the death of the Prophet, she's saying, Ya Fidda Asnidini. So you'll see the door as well, at which Sayyidah Fatima was thrown, and it is Sayyidah Fidda who came and helped her stand up and supported her until the end of Sayyidah Fatima's life. And then she got married and she had children, but she never cut off the connection that she had with the Ahlul Bayt. She never cut off the connection that she had with the Quran. I have a story over here of somebody who came to Lady Fidda. Lady Fidda had gone for Hajj. Somebody comes to her and sees that she's very behind the group. She's not with the group, she has fallen behind. So he comes, his name is Abdullah bin Mubarak. Abdullah bin Mubarak comes and says, I came to say Lady Fidda and I asked her, who are you? And instead of telling me who she is, she replied, وَإِذَا جَاءَكَ الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِآيَاتِنَا فَقُلْ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ. Lady Fidda is teaching this man that when you come to somebody who believes in Islam and has Iman, what you should say? Salamun alaykum. Don't just ask who are you. With the verse of the Quran, she responded. So he said, okay, I understood. He does salam to her, she responds. Then he says that I continue to question her. I asked her, what are you doing here? Are you lost? And she says, وَمَنْ يَهْدِ اللَّهَ فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ مُضِلٍ. I am lost in this world, but in the hereafter I'm on the right path. Whoever Allah guides to the right path, they can never get lost. So he says, let me try to help you get to the path. But before that, he said that I've been speaking to her and she's only replying in Quranic verses. She's not telling me anything else. So he asked, are you a human or a jinn? And she replies, Ya bani Adam khudu zinatakum inda kulli masjid. Oh, children of Adam, take all your beautifications to the mosques. He says, children of Adam, that means she's a human. So then he says, okay, she's a human. Then he asked, where are you coming from? Like, where are you going? Where are you coming from? And she replies, Ulaika yunaduna min makanin ba'id. I'm coming from a very far place. Again, she's replying with the verses of the Quran. And then he continues and asks her, where are you going? You've come from a far place. Where are you going? And she replies, وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حَجُّ الْبَيْتِ. I'm going for Hajj. So he's getting answers one by one, but only through the Quran. He goes on and he asks her, when did you leave for Makkah? When did you come out from your house to go towards Makkah? And she replies again, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا فِي سِتَّةِ أَيَّامٍ. We have created the heavens and the skies and what is in between them in 6 days. So he gets a message that the journey that she has left has been 6 days. And then he asks her, are you hungry? And she replies, وَمَا جَعَلْنَاهُمْ جَسَدًا لَا يَأْكُلُونَ الطَّعَامَ وَمَا كَانُوا خَالِدِينَ. We did not create these bodies not to eat. So she replies again that I'm hungry, but from the Quran once again. Then he asks her again. So he gives her food and then he waits for her. And then when she finishes the meal, he tells her, Haya, because he couldn't stand near her when she was eating. She's not mahram. So he stands a bit far. Then he tells her, Haya, come quickly, come quickly. And she replies, La yukallifullaha nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah does not give a soul a test beyond its capability. I can't hurry, I'm an old woman. So she replied again with a Quranic verse. He tells her, okay, take your time. She took her time. By the time she reached, he got on the horse and he said, now you get on the horse. And she replies to him, لَوْ كَانَ فِيهِمَا آلِهَةٌ إِلَّا اللَّهِ لَفَسَدَتَا. If there was God more than one, there would have been fasad, there would have been corruption, there would have been falsehood. So don't make me climb on the horse with you, you're not mahram to me. Again, she's replying with Quran. He gets it, he gets down off the horse. When she sits on the horse, she recites the verse that you recite when you start driving or you start a journey. She recites, Subhana alladhi sakhara lana hadha, wa ma kunna lahu muqrinin, wa inna ila rabbina lamunqalibun. She recites this verse. He's impressed again. Then once they have caught up to the caravan, he asks her, have you come alone? She replies, Ya Dawood, inna ja'alnaka khalifan fil arth. Then she replies, Wama Muhammadun illa Rasul. Then she replies, Ya Yahya khudhil kitaba bi quwwatin. Then she replies, Ya Musa inni ana Allah Rabbul Alameen. She mentions 4 names: Dawood, Muhammad, Yahya, and Musa alayhi salam's names. So she mentions, so he understands that these 4 people are in the caravan that have some connection with her. So they come running. The moment they reach the caravan, those 4 people come running to her. And then he asks her, who are these people? Are they your children? And she replies, Al-malu wal-banun zinatul hayatud dunya. She says, yes, they are my children. Again, using a Quranic verse. And this goes on and on. I don't want to bore you with the whole thing. But it goes on. And it reaches a point that she even tells her sons to give money to this man by using Quranic verses. And this was not a one-day thing. This was not a one-day thing. She lived like this for 20 years. Behind you, there is a Quran. That Quran is a testament of how much she had done hifz. She had not only done hifz for competitions like we do. She had done hifz to the level that anytime somebody spoke to her, for 20 years, she replied with only Quranic verses. How many of you had seen that clip? How many of you had seen that clip of that girl from the Shia's Got Talent equivalent of the one that was in Iran, where she replies from the Quran? That was one conversation. Lady Fidda, for 20 years, she spoke just from the Quran. Do you know why? Because on the day of Ghadir, when the Prophet said, Inni tarikun fikum al-thaqalain, kitab Allah wa itrati ahlul bayti, she held on to both of them. She held on to the Ahlul Bayt and she held on to the Quran. She didn't let go of the Quran. She reflected the Quran. She stayed strong even when holding on to the Quran got difficult. And likewise, she held on to the Ahlul Bayt even when holding on to them got difficult. When? In Karbala. She was there in Karbala and she lived so close to the family of the Prophet that at times Sayyidah Zainab and the kids and Imam al-Hussein and his kids, all of them would call her mother. That is how close she had been with them, that they used to refer to her as mother. You've heard the Nawha that we recite, Amma Fizza. Amma Fizza means my mother Fizza. That is how close she was with them. And just like her, in Karbala, we had 2 other companions, Joan and Habib ibn Mudahir. Joan was a slave that was gifted to Abu Dhar al-Ghaffari by Imam Ali alayhi salam. In the battle of Siffin, when Imam Ali was in the battle, Abu Dhar al-Ghaffari was killed. So Joan was gifted back to Imam Ali alayhi salam. When Imam Ali passed away, he gifted Joan to Imam al-Hassan alayhi salam. When Imam al-Hassan passed away, he gifted Joan to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. And on the day of Ashura, Imam al-Hussein tells Joan, I'm gifting you to my son, Imam al-Sajjad. He gifted him to Imam al-Sajjad and Imam al-Sajjad tells him, I am freeing you. Go. Leave this area. Go, you are free. And you know what he tells the Imam? He tells the Imam, is it because I'm black? Is it because I'm smelly? Is it because I don't have good odor that you're telling me to go? Imam tells him, no. You have been the most loyal of the servants that we could ever ask for. And he stays there and he sacrifices his life and he fights for the grandson of the Prophet. Mind you, he was a companion of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He fought for Imam al-Hussein. He sacrificed his life and he's only one of 2 people the other one being Ali al-Akbar. He's only one of two people that when he passed away, Imam al-Hussein kept his cheek on his cheek and he said, "Oh John, you smell of the fragrance of Jannah." This is the martaba. Why? Because they latched on to Quran and Ahlul Bayt. And just like him, Habib ibn Madahir, as you listen in the majalis in the forthcoming days, Habib ibn Madahir was also a companion of Imam Ali. And not just a normal companion. Imam Ali had given him ilm al-manaya wal-balaya. He was a companion of Imam Ali alayhi salam, then a companion of Imam al-Hassan, then a companion of Imam al-Hussein. And on the day of Ashura, just before Habib ibn Madahir went into the battlefield, Muslim ibn Awsaja went to the battlefield. And Muslim, as he's dying, what does he tell Habib? Usika bihada. Anything happens to you, let it happen to you. Nothing should happen to Imam al-Hussein. And on the night of Ashura, even before this, when Imam turns off the candle and asks them, does anybody want to leave? You know what Habib ibn Madahir says? He says, "Oh Imam, if I were to be killed and they were to chop my body into pieces and throw it away, and then Allah gave me life again 1,000 times, I would spend every one of those 1,000 times sacrificing for you." These ladies, these shuhada, these are our role models. We do not turn to Instagram to look for role models. Our role models are who? Lady Fizza Salamullahi alayha, Habib ibn Madahir, John. So when you come here, you will see the door of Lady Fizza, of Sayyidah Fatima, where Lady Fizza helped her. You will see the Quran that she embodied. You will see the housework that she did. And you will see the last testament, last will that she wrote. And the place where she's buried is next to the heads of some of the shuhada in Sham, next to Bibi Sakina and Bibi Zainab. Can I have a loud salawat?